Ladies and gentlemen, this is Run with God and Walk with JC. And we're going to read from the book of Enoch. This is removed from the Bible. We had to order this, and it's very related to the space and the UFOs. We're going to be reading the other books too, the ones that are all missing. There's 14 of them. We got them coming. As soon as we get here, we're going to read every one of them for you. So please bear with us and have a good day. God bless you. And know for real that God's right here. He never left us. He said, look up, seek me, you shall find me. Now this edition of Enoch was translated by R.H. Charles D. Litt, D.D., London, Society and Foundation of Christian Knowledge, 1917. Chapter 1. The words of the blessing of Enoch were with the blessed, the elect and the righteous, who will be living in the day of the tribulation, when all the wicked and the godliness are to be removed. And he took up his parable and said, Enoch, a righteous man, whose eyes were opened by God, saw the vision of the Holy One in the heavens, with the angels showed me. And from them I heard everything, and from them I understood as I saw. But not for this generation, but for a remote one, which is far to come. Concerning the elect, I said, and took up my parable concerning them. The Holy Great One will come forth with his dwelling, and the eternal God will tread upon the earth, even on the Mount Sinai, and appeared from his camp, and appeared in his strength of his might from the heaven of heavens. And all shall be smitten with fear, and the watchers shall quake, and great fear and trembling shall seize them unto the ends of the earth. I'm going to take a break here, and that was page 1, guys. And if you listen to what he said, the Holy Great One will come forth from his dwelling, and the eternal God will tread upon the earth, even on Mount Sinai. And the high mountains shall be shaken, and the high hills shall be made low, and shall melt like wax before the flame. And the earth shall wholly rent in surrender, and all that is upon the earth shall perish, and there shall be a judgment upon all men. But with the righteous he will make peace, and will protect the elect. And mercy shall be upon them, and they all shall belong to God. And they shall be prospered, and they shall be blessed, and he'll help them all. And light shall appear unto them, and he will make peace with them. And behold, he cometh with 10,000 of his holy ones, to execute judgment all, and no, to destroy all the ungodly, and to convict all flesh of all the words of their ungodliness, which they have ungodly condemned, and all of the hands, and all of the hard things, which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. Observe ye everything that takes place in the heaven, how they do not change their orbits, and the luminaries which are in the heavens, how they arise and set in order, each in its season, and transgress not against their appointed order. Behold ye earth, and give heed to the things which take place upon it, first to last, how steadily fast they are. How none of these things upon earth change, but all the words of God appear before you. Behold the summer of the winter, how the whole earth is filled with water, and clouds, and dew, and rain lie upon it. Observe and see how, in the winter, all the trees seem as though they had withered and shed all their leaves, except 14 trees, which do not lose their foliage, but retain the old foliage from 2 to 3 years, till the new comes. And again, observe ye old days of the summer, how the sun is above, the earth over it against, and you seek shade and shelter by reason of the heat of the sun, and the earth also burns with growing heat, and so you cannot tread on the earth or a rock by reason of its heat. Observe ye how the trees cover themselves with green leaves and bear fruit, wherever ye give ye heed. And know with regard to all his works, and recognize how he that liveth, for hath which made them so, and all with works go on this from year to year, forever, and all the task which they accomplish for him, and their task change not, but according to God hath ordained it so. And behold how the sea and the rivers in the like manner accomplish, and change not their tasks from his commandments. But ye have not steadfast, nor done the commandments of the Lord. But ye have turned away, and spoken proud and hard words, with your impure mouths, against his greatness. O ye hearkened, ye shall find no peace. Ye shall consecrate your days, and the years of your life shall perish, and the years of your destruction shall be multiplied in external execration. And ye shall find no mercy in those days. Ye shall make names an eternal execration unto all the righteousness. And by you shall all who curse, and all the sinners in godliness shall appreciate you. And all the sinners and the godless shall appreciate by you, and for you, the godless, there shall be a curse. And all the shall rejoice, and there'll be forgiveness of sins, and every mercy and peace forbearance. There shall be salvation unto them, and godly light. And for all of you sinners, there shall be no salvation. Louis, you know who that is, right? It's you and your crew, bro. Daddy's coming. But on you, all shall abide a curse. But for the elect, there shall be a light, a joy, and a peace. And they shall inherit the earth. And then there shall be bestowed upon the elect wisdom. And they shall all live and never sin again, either through ungodliness or through pride. But they who are wise shall be humble, and they shall not against transgress, nor shall they sin all the days of their life, nor shall they die of the divine anger or wrath. But they shall complete the number of days of their life, and their lives shall be increased in peace, and the years of the joy shall be multiplied, in eternal gladness and in peace, all the days of their life. And if it came to pass, when the children of men had multiplied, that in those days were born unto them beautiful and comely daughters, and the regards of the children of the heaven saw and lusted after them, and said unto no one, Come, let us choose us wives from among the children of men, and beget us children. And Semajach, who is their leader, said unto them, I fear ye not, indeed agree to this deed, and I alone have to pay the penalty of great sin. And they answered him, and said, Let us swear an oath, and all bind ourselves by mutual imprecations, nor no abandon this plan, but to do this thing. Then swear they all together, and bound themselves by mutual imprecations upon it. And they were in all the 200 who descended in those days of Jared, the summit of Mount Hermon. They called it Mount Hermon because they had sworn and bound themselves by mutual imprecations upon it. And these are the names of their leaders: Shemachsai, their leader, Arabaka, Ramiel, Kobakel, Timel, Ramel, Daniel, Ipazel, Benjel, Azel, Amoros, Brizarel, Anarel, Ziquel, Simphasel, Sertel, Tularel, Jumajorel, Sarajel. These are the chiefs of 10. And the others, together with them, took upon themselves wives, and each chose for himself one. And they began to go into them, and to defile themselves with them. And they taught them charms and enchantments and exciting roots, and made them acquainted with the plants. And they became pregnant, and they bore great giants, whose height was 3,000 ells, who consumed all the acquisitions of men. And when men could no longer sustain them, the giants turned against them and devoured mankind. And they began to sin against birds and beasts and reptiles and fish, and to devour one another's flesh, and to drink the blood. Then the earth laid accusation against the lawless ones, And Azel taught men to make swords and knives and shields and breastplates, and made known to them the metals of the earth and the art of the works upon them, and the bracelets and the ornaments, and the use of anatomy, and the beautifying of eyelids, and all kinds of costly stones, and all the coloring tinctures. And there arose much godliness, and they committed fornication, and they were led astray, and became corrupt in all their ways. Semajaza taught enchantments and root cuttings. Armeros, the resolving of enchantments. Bajraka taught astrology. Kobel, the constellations. Equel, the knowledge of the clouds. Aniquel, the signs of the earth. Shemasel, the signs of the sun. And Sherel, the course of the moon. And so men perished, they cried, and they went up to heaven. And then Michael, Uriel, Raphael, and Gabriel looked down from the heaven and saw such blood began shedding upon the earth, and all the loneliness being wrought upon the earth. And they said no one to another, the earth made without inhabitant, cries the voice of their crying up to the gates of heaven. And now to you, the holy ones of the heaven, the souls of men made their suit, saying, bring our cause before the Most High. And they said to the Lord of the ages, Lord of lords, gods of gods, King of kings, and the God of all the ages, the throne of thy glory standeth unto all the generations of the ages, and thy name holy and glorious, and blessed unto the ages. Thou hast made all things, and power over all things hast thou, and all things naked, open in thy sight, and thou seest all things, and nothing can hide itself from thee. Thou seest where Azel hath done, who hath taught all unrighteousness on earth, and revealed the eternal secrets which were preserved in heaven, which men were striving to learn. And Semajiel, to whom taught, hast given authority to bear rule over his associates. And they have gone to the daughters of men upon the earth, and have slept with the women, have defiled themselves, and revealed to them all kinds of sins. And the women have become giants. And the women have borne giants. And the whole earth has thereby been filled with blood. And now behold, the souls of those who have died are crying and making their suit to the gates of heaven. And their lamentations have ascended, and cannot cease, because of the lawless deeds which are wrought on earth. And thou knowest all things before they come to pass, and thou these things, and thou dost suffer them, and thou dost not say to us what we are to do to them in regard to these things. Then said the Most High, the Holy and Great One spoke, and sent Uriel to the son of the Lechaman, and said to him, Go to Noah, and tell him, in my name, hide thyself, and reveal to him the end that is approaching, that the whole earth will be destroyed, and a deluge is about to come upon the whole earth, and will destroy all that is on it. And now instruct him that he may escape, and his seed may be preserved for all the generations of the world. And again the Lord said, No, Raphael, bind Azel, hand and foot, and case him into the darkness, and make an opening in the desert, which is in Debajel, and cast him therein, and place him in rough and jagged rocks, and cover him with darkness, and let him abide there forever, and cover his face, that he may not see light. And on the day of the great judgment he shall be cast into the fire, and heal the earth, which the angels have corrupted, and proclaim the healing of the earth, that they may heal the plague, and that all the children of men may not perish through all of the secret things that the watchers have disclosed, and have taught their sons. And the whole earth has been corrupted through the works that were taught by Azel. To him ascribe all sin. And to Gabriel said to the Lord, Proceed against the bastards and the retrograde. And no, Gabriel said, the Lord proceeded against the bastards and the retrograde. And no, Gabriel said, the Lord proceed against the bastards and the retrobrates, and against the children of fornication, and destroy the children of fornication, and the children of the watchers from amongst men, and cause them to go forth, send them against one another, and that they may destroy each other in battle, for the length of the days shall they not have. And no request for that their fathers make of these shall be granted until their fathers on their behalf. For they hope to live an eternal life, and that each one of them will live 500 years. And the Lord said unto Michael, Go bind Sivajel. And the Lord said unto Michael, Go bind Simajez and his associates, who have united themselves with women, so as to have defiled themselves with them in their uncleanliness, and with their sons have them slain one another, and they have seen the destruction of their beloved ones. Bind them fast from 70 generations in the valleys of the earth, till the day of the judgment, and all their consummation, till the judgment that is forever and is ever consummated. In those days they shall be led off to the abyss of fire, and to the torment, and to the prison, in which they shall be confined forever, and whatever shall be condemned and destroyed will from thereforth be bound together with them to the end of all generations, and destroy all the spirits of the retrobane, and the children of the watchers, because they have wronged mankind. Destroy all wrong from the face of the earth, and let every evil work come to an end, and let the plant of righteousness and truth appear, and it shall provide a blessing. The works of righteousness and truth shall be planted in truth and joy forevermore, and then shall all the righteous escape, and they shall live till they beget thousands of children. And all the days of their youth, and they grow to their old age, shall they compete in peace. And then shall be the whole earth be tilled in righteousness, and shall be planted with trees, and be full of blessing. And all described trees shall be planted on it, and they shall plant vines on it. And the vine which they plant therein shall yield wine in abundance. And as for all the seed which is sown thereon, each measure of it shall bear 1,000, and each measure of olives shall yield 10 presses of oil. And cleanse thou earth from all oppression, and from all unrighteousness, and from all sin, and from all godliness, and from all the uncleanness that is wrought upon the earth, destroyed off the earth. And all the children of men shall become righteous, and all the nations shall offer adoration, and shall praise me, and all the worship me. And the earth shall be clean, shall be cleansed from all defilement, and from all sin, and from all punishment, and from all torment, and I will never again send them upon it from generation to generation and forever. We'll be back soon with chapter 11. This is Run with God, and this is Walking with Jesus. We just read the book of Enoch, and that was chapter 1. And we'll be reading his Bible a day, Bible a minute if I can. And remember, guys, you can ask God for wisdom. He gives it out like for free. Have a good day.
This is Run with God and Walk with Jesus. So I was awake at like 1 in the morning last night, and I was talking to my angels and asking them for some wisdom or to give me something to write about. And this is what they wrote. So we should think that you should be able to do, and then they started off on a different path and decided to write me a poem instead, because I can't write this myself. This is like praising the angels. Women are like delicate flowers. They're beautiful, soft to the touch, smell good naturally, perfect in every way. When they unleash their fury, you feel the thorns piercing the skin. Love is their greatest weapon, their greatest weakness. It is their rise or their demise. Love for life, filled up with love from the tip of her toes to the very last strand of the hair on her head. Love does impair her judgment, blinded in the mist by feeling, women's intuition or lack thereof. The angels watch her from above. They blow her kisses. They give her a nudge. Nudge of encouragement. They send back the love she's always wanted, the love she's always needed. With her angels she is never defeated. Divine love, everlasting from up above, all around us from dusk till dawn, from birth to dust. The love is always enough, running like a fountain into an everlasting spring. To know it, to feel it, it was an amazing thing. I hear the pin drop, that's silent. It is the vibrations of love. Alert, every sight, every sound, all who witness are around. They see it, they feel it, they know it. Love the feeling of love, admiration, determination. Forever, never ending, never dying, stands the test of time. Love forever, constantly getting better. Expressing love in a form of letters. Writing poems, voice and song, singing hymns, praises all day long. So darkness came to pass, and there is only light. Bright all over, shining fast. Luminous forever, everlast. All anxieties have come to pass, no longer in existence. It is just love, evermore from the highest to ceiling and low as the floor. Whatever you love makes you happy. What makes you smile, having a baby, a child. Imagination runs wild, and how it will be up there in space, finally being able to see my Creator's face.
My God.
And then after the letter they gave me, they put, our love is continual. There are different variants of love. And that's how they ended it.
That's probably the most beautiful poem I've ever heard in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
the
you know
angels
that's
can
an
write.
angel, guys. Okay? 100%. Because my wife has not, since I've known her 10 years, ever sat there and write poems. Never happened.
That's true, yeah.
Okay? And I've written her poems, and she'll be like, eh. She's just not that kind of girl. So when you get the celestial heavens sending down their love to you and you don't feel it, it's a shame. Please look up, look out. Stop doing the drugs, stop drinking, and it's going to open up your heart so you can feel these angels. Everybody's got one, baby. Right, Melissa?
Yep.
They're for real.
They're very for real.
Read the Bible. We're all born with one. Praise the angels. Thank you, guys.
Thank
that was
you
the
so
most
much.
beautiful poem I've ever heard in my life.
Thank you so much. That was Run with God and Walk with Jesus.
Nickel 6-1 Tango Roger, over.
Oh, got it! Woohoo!
Roger, there's troubleshooting.
Did you box moving target?
No, I took an auto track.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Wow, look at that, man. Look at it fly! What the
Dude, this is a fucking drone, bro.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA.
My gosh.
They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude. That's not our LNS though, is it? It's not.
That is the LNS, dude.
Well, if there's like...
Look at that thing.
It's rotating.